So this all started out with me seeking challenge from the newly added Blue Moon. It was then when I remembered just how entertaining pro servers can be. Since you're playing with high-level players, you'd expect an endless cycle of insane maps, right?
No. You've doomed us all! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Ah! This is a real freaking embarrassment.
It's not uncommon for players to fail spectacularly in these servers, but that's not the only reason these servers are so wonderful. With the addition of Blue Moon, players will try their damnedest to beat the insane levels with no casualties. It's the only way to access it, but on the rare occasion they succeed, and by rare occasion I mean when Diving Sim 2021 is chosen, everyone in the server goes nuts. Now I'm pretty familiar with Blue Moon, so beating it again shouldn't be too much of a chore. This is so much harder than before. The version I played in my hardest FE2 maps video was around the same level as Dark Side Facility, but this blows that map out of the water. Or lava. The platforming is harder and more time consuming, making the flood a much bigger threat this time around. You have to be perfect. One false move will end your run. It's pretty brutal. Sadly, I screwed up too much in this run, so I made the best of it by leading these two to victory.
Gentlemen, it's been an hour.
Meanwhile, exiting the escape rooms has become much easier lately. For the most part. By doing that, you can explore parts of the map you normally can't access, like Dark Side Facility's oddly colorful exterior. It's official, Dark Side Facility is the best map ever made. 10 out of 10 would break again. Also, meanwhile, I can't seem to make any of these damn jumps in Gloomy Manor. On the flip side though, a lucky spawn can make this button in Poisonous Valley less of an annoyance. And holy hell, I did not know the third button in Beneath the Ruins made this pipe crumble. And that is all how this video started out. But then Crazy Blocks went and added a certain new game mode.
Chaos mode!
If you thought pro servers were fun, you ain't seen nothing yet. Chaos mode is where the real challenge is. I'm not joking. This is actually harder than pro mode. Pro servers at least have a level requirement. In Chaos servers, the insane maps often end in disaster by players missing buttons because they're all group buttons in this mode. All of them. And on top of all that, server crashes! Those are so much fun when they occur, and when you don't come across those, you get lag spikes. Pretty much fatal in this mode. Come on, Coin003, you can do it! I believe in you! Never mind, she dead. Unless you're in a server full of pros, beating maps like Beneath the Ruins and Dark Side Facility is virtually impossible. Unless you go ahead of the party and pray that they activate the last button they reach before they die a painful, embarrassing death. There's been so many fails that made me use this new facepalm emote, which by the way is my favorite emote at the moment, that I could make a mini compilation out of it. In fact, I will right now. Despite the mode's faults, I really enjoyed it. The amount of group buttons really adds some long-lost challenge to the game. And it is pretty fun when everyone dies because of a button that's one person short. My only suggestion to improve it is to give it a light level requirement, level 10 perhaps, so that the hard maps are at least doable. Though accessing Blue Moon would still be next to impossible. Oh, speak of the devil, I should do a new solo run for it. In fact, I already have, so let's get to it. Alright, so this is my new solo run on the updated Blue Moon. It's not too different from the older version I did in Top 15 Hardest Test Maps. It's just more obstacles that take up more of your time. But it does make a big difficulty difference. I can't stress it enough. You have to be perfect. If you mess up, you're done. Just game over. Simple as that. This was so hard, I actually went to map test because I was wasting Robux on gems while trying to do this in my private VIP server, at which point I only needed a few attempts. That doesn't mean I find it easy, because I really don't. It's not crazy for no reason. There were so many attempts in multiplayer where I simply didn't reach the door in time. because like I keep saying, you gotta do everything fast as hell. The whole thing is like the hardest aspects of Beneath the Ruins and Dark Side Facility put into one. Okay, now this part right here, this takes some getting used to. As I've said before, you basically gotta pace your jumps, because if you jump too early, you won't go far enough, and you'll lose valuable time. Alright, coming up is the hardest part of the run. Those freaking containers are a pain in the ass because of the angle they're facing. Your jumps have to be timed perfectly. If you're just a little bit off, you're face palming the container. These things end most of my runs. It's just so easy to mess up here. But if you make it past all that fast enough, you're pretty much down victory road. Just make sure you cut corners hard and don't make any mistakes in general, and you're golden. And that's pretty much it for the walkthrough. There's not much else to say, really. I love the music though. It's fast, it's frantic, it goes perfectly with a map like this. Remember what I said about cutting corners hard? This is where it matters the most. It's a good thing I had about a second to spare in this run, and there you go, level passed. For those who don't recall, in my solo run videos for the hard and insane maps, which are both horribly outdated, I gave the maps difficulty ratings in the description. Does anyone read that nowadays? When Dark Side Facility was released, I gave it a 9 out of 10. With Blue Moon added to the official game, that map is almost easy by comparison. With tricky platforming and an unforgiving time frame, Blue Moon gets a 10 out of 10, the first in the official game. The old version was number 12 on my hardest map list. This version, I would put between Overheat and Dystopia. So, if you're tired of pro servers and you don't mind getting your ass handed to you by the insane maps from player negligence, come and play Chaos Mode. You'll get plenty of laughs out of it. Thank you for watching, and why am I outside the lobby? Baneworth out.